see what happens.
Can I ask a weird question?
Please do.
Why are we learning this?
Because
Like, I just am trying to put the pieces together so I can understand like what this does for me when I get to After Effects.
Sure. So After Effects is going to be sending content to Media Encoder for us, but there are a lot of times when we're working in formats that, or you might collect media in incorrect formats that needs to be converted. But more than anything, it's an introduction to a handful of different codecs that are really valuable, and just kind of learning to keep an eye on frame rates and resolution, and looking at what settings are customizable at the time of export. But Media Encoder is going to come up again in the future, and After Effects without Media Encoder is borderline unusable for export. So
Oh, so it means that you can make stuff in the software, but it could only stay in the software. And then when you use After Effects, does it have like a special software save setting, like Premiere Pro has Hero J, and
it does, yeah, After Effects does have its own save format, and it can export as a media file, but the media files, the default After Effects media files are uncompressed, and the compressed formats are really dated. Adobe really relies on Media Encoder for that now. They most of their software is like, why would we need all that data here? We could just send it to Media Encoder.
Okay.
So
Okay. I was just trying to figure out the
Yeah.
process, so thank you.
also, if you used stock After Effects, exported your media at the end, it would, by default, even with most of the customization settings for export in After Effects, if you uploaded a video like that to Blackboard, it would not play. The bit rate is insanely high. The file sizes are massive, so it just wouldn't work.
Why is it when you use Premiere Pro, it already changes it to an H.264 and you don't?
Because it's using it's got elements of Media Encoder built into
It's already
it.
built in.
Yeah.
Huh.
Premiere Pro,
Not consistent.
Media Encoder. Well, that's Adobe.
Oh, okay.
But also, Premiere Pro has been around a lot longer than Media Encoder. Media Encoder kind of came in because there are so many different formats in Adobe that use video, and rather than all of them having everything all the time, now a lot of them just sort of shift that work to Media Encoder. Premiere has some things. In fact, when we last semester didn't have Media Encoder, one of the options students had was to take files into Premiere. It doesn't have the variety that Media Encoder does, but it did have the base H.264, and this export panel is almost exactly the same as the Premiere one.
Well, that's the reason why I'm asking too, because 3-4 people in here may not have had your evening stuff when they had a Premiere Pro class.
Yes.
So then maybe this will.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I'm trying to
Yeah, no,
kind
and
of
I
hit from
appreciate that
different
because I'm learning
directions.
it too. So thank you.
Yeah, no, but it's if you ever are, I'd say more often than not, the main reason we're looking at it now is because it's going to come up again and again. But for the most part, Media Encoder is a repackaging and sending out tool more so than it is converting footage that then you're going to start editing kind of thing. So I can see where some confusion would come in there. The metadata thing would have been helpful. Anyway, so what we're going to check here is just that our frame rate is the same, and we can actually see some of that information, or the frame rate and the resolution, and now we can see information